Should you buy any of the iPhone 15s or should you wait for the iPhone 16s? If you want to find out, drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel, let's talk about it. So, we are in the last 3 months of life of the iPhone 15s. Yes, these phones were released in September of 2023. And now, 9 months later, we are waiting for the iPhone 16s. Yes, the iPhone 16 is going to be announced in the second Tuesday of September of 2024. So, we are about 3 months and some weeks away from the release of this phone. So, it's now a good time to take a look back at the iPhone 15s, how well did they perform, and should you buy them still, or should you wait for the iPhone 16s? This is a very tough question because the iPhone 15 is still a really good phone, and I know lots of you don't want to wait 3.5 months for a new iPhone. But hear me out, there are some changes on the iPhone 16 lineup that are worth waiting, especially on the iPhone Pro models. So, yes, let's talk about it. I want to talk about first the differences between the iPhone 15 and 16. Yes, the current normal iPhone 15 and 15 Plus, they were kind of disappointing in sales. Because although they were amazing phones, amazing value, Apple sold them few than they were expecting. Yes, the iPhone 15 was an incredible value. USB-C, the new dynamic island, and the 48 megapixel sensor on the iPhone 15. All of these in the base model iPhone. Insane value. But still, people preferred the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max. And this is a phenomenon that Apple has been observing for the last few years. And so, next year, they're going to put their bets on the Pro models. So, the iPhone 16 is not going to have that much big of a change. The only difference will be on the back. Yes, the back camera range will be different because Apple wants to support spatial video for Apple Vision Pro. And so, they're going to arrange the cameras in a different way so you'll be able to record spatial video. Instead of putting the cameras on a diagonal position, they will put it on a vertical position. Renders and all of this different stuff have been made about this new camera. And yeah, here they are. I think they look pretty cool, and I think this iPhone looks different, but under the hood, under what really matters, the specs, the performance, this will be almost the same phone. So, if you are currently needing of a phone and you're actually only thinking of buying the iPhone 15 or 15 Plus, then go for it. The changes on these models are too small to justify waiting another 3 months and risking yourself getting a more expensive iPhone. So I do believe the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus are still a good buy in 2024, even in June, because, I mean, the changes rumored for the iPhone 16 are too small. Do you really care about spatial video right now? For me, I do, because I love the future, I love tech. But for your phone, the next 3 years, do you really need spatial video? That's something you need to analyze. If you do, wait for the 16. But try to find an iPhone 15 refurbished right now. It will be a great buy. Now for the Pro phones, the real meat. Because this is where the biggest changes happen every year. Apple puts their soul into improving the Pro iPhones. And the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max were no different. These iPhones were incredible and justified their best-selling status in the world, as the best-selling iPhones and phones in 2024. But the iPhone 15 Pro Max especially was my favorite phone ever. This just plain perfect. The cameras, the display, the build quality, everything was incredible. And Apple knows this, so that's why they are putting their bets on the Pro iPhones. Next year, we are getting lots of changes to the iPhone 16 lineup. And that's quite surprising because the iPhone 15 was also a big jump from the iPhone 14s. So, yes, for starters, well, we are getting bigger iPhones overall. We are getting a 6.3 and a 6.9 inch display iPhone. This is going to be the biggest Pro iPhones ever. Yes, especially that 6.9 inch display. That's going to be huge. While the Pro iPhone is also growing to a 6.3 inch display. This means we are also getting bigger bodies, more voluminous phones. So if you don't like that, if you don't like that idea, then don't wait. Get the iPhone 15s right now. Especially if you want that iPhone mini Pro experience, then the iPhone 15 Pro is the best you will ever get. That is the smallest Pro iPhone in the last few years. It's a bit smaller than the iPhone 14 Pro, and it has a 6.1 inch display. Incredible display, incredible cameras, really good battery life, all of that in a small chassis. So if you do prefer a smaller iPhone, but you still want that Pro feeling, then the iPhone 15 Pro is for you. Do not wait for the iPhone 16 Pro because that phone is getting bigger. A little bit bigger, but it's getting bigger. So if you do care about size, then the iPhone 15 Pro is just the perfect phone for you. But if you don't, if you want the biggest iPhone possible, then wait, because we are getting an iPhone 16 Pro Max with 6.9-inch displays. All of this is going to be because the phone is getting bigger, the batteries are getting bigger, and the bezels are getting a little bit smaller. So if you are waiting for bigger iPhones, then wait, the iPhone 16s are bringing huge changes, literally. As for the displays, well, the iPhone 15 had amazing displays. This had 2000 nit peak brightness OLED displays. But now we are rumored to get even better OLED displays with more efficient technologies and maybe just iPad-like displays. You know that we got the tandem OLED display on the iPad Pro right now, maybe on the iPhone 16s, we don't know, but there's a possibility that we get it on the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max. So if you do want a better OLED display on your iPhone, why would you? But if you do want that and you don't mind waiting, then you might even get a tandem OLED display on your iPhone. But that's just a maybe, take that with a huge pinch of salt. So, at the end of the day, I think that the iPhone 15 Pro Max display is already too good. Outside, peak brightness, you don't have any issues. So, I don't think that the display is a matter of waiting. I don't think that the display is worth waiting for. But if you do want to wait, you don't have any issues with it, then you are probably getting an even better OLED display here. Obviously, every year Apple likes to update their chips, and this year is no different. The iPhone 16 is going to feature the A18 chip, and the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max are going to feature the A18 Pro. The A18 Pro is rumored to have even more neural engine cores, so they're going to have specific and exclusive AI features. If that's something that you're really looking for on the iPhone, specific AI features, then waiting a little bit more, especially after WWDC 2024, is going to make a huge difference. Let's see if this June 10th, WWDC, we are getting new AI features on iOS 18. If we do, then expect that the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max are getting exclusive features that's going to make you upgrade faster than you think. So, yes, if that really matters to you, then go for the iPhone 16 and wait, do not buy the iPhone 15 right now. But if you don't really care about that and you really like to game, then the iPhone 15 is also a great choice. The iPhone 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max, they do feature ray tracing, so they can play AAA game titles here. So if that's a big thing for you, if you're a huge gamer, then the iPhone 15 is still a great choice if you don't really care about AI. If you do really care about AI, maybe we are getting new chips that are faster, more efficient, and have better neural cores for that. And maybe, just maybe, some exclusive features. If you are really big into Wi-Fi connectivity, the iPhone 16 is going to have Wi-Fi 7, while the iPhone 15 only has Wi-Fi 6E. If that's a deal breaker for you, wait. But now we enter the most important part of this video, the cameras. Yes, everyone thinks that the cameras are the most important part about their iPhone. And I'm no different. The iPhone 15 Pro Max had incredible cameras, way better than the iPhone 14 Pro Max. It had a better 48 megapixel sensor, it had the new telephoto, the 5x 120mm telephoto, it had a better ultra-wide, supported log recording, had 4K 30 frames per second, cinematic mode, ProRes, all of these in this very tiny package. This was the best camera phone ever in 2023 and in 2024. But now I'm ready to get an even better camera system on the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max. And the rumors, well, they are not disappointing. Because according to rumors, we are getting a new main sensor on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. An even bigger and better main sensor from Sony. So it's going to be 12% larger, which means we are going to capture even more light. So better low light photography, better bokeh, so natural blur on the photos and videos, and of course more definition, closer to a mirrorless camera. We are also rumored to have an even better telephoto camera on the Pro Max model and the new 120mm 5x telephoto on the Pro model. So if you do really enjoy the smaller sized iPhone, but you really want that 5x telephoto, wait for the iPhone 16. This is going to be your chance to grab a smaller iPhone, a 6.3-inch iPhone with a 5x telephoto. If you don't really mind getting the 6.9-inch iPhone 16 Pro Max, you are getting a treat. You are getting a 300mm rumored telephoto camera. That's huge. That's almost like a 10x telephoto. Insane. Let's see if that's true or not. But if that's true, oh my god, I'm so excited. Other than that, there are also rumors for a 48 megapixel ultra-wide camera. If you really like your ultra-wide camera and you really think it's trash right now on low light or even compared to the main sensor, waiting for the iPhone 16 will give you all of this. 48 megapixel ultra-wide sensor, new telephotos overall, the 16 Pro, 16 Pro Max, and of course, a new main sensor that is 12% larger. So, in terms of specs, this seems like a huge upgrade for the camera side. Let's see if that's true. But if you do really want the best cameras available on your phone, then right now, waiting a bit more, 3 months more, could be your best bet. Or if you do need an iPhone right now, buy the iPhone 15 and then sell it, especially the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max, which retain their value really, really well. Sell it before the iPhone event. And you will maybe recuperate some of your cost to buy the iPhone 16 Pro or Pro Max. So, at the end of the day, these are camera phones. If you do really care about the camera, I would wait. But if you do want a good phone right now, if you do want the best iPhone right now in terms of camera, the best phone in terms of camera, the iPhone 15 Pro Max is a great option. And if you can't wait because your phone is destroyed, you will be safe with the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Trust me. The iPhone 15 Pro Max had incredible battery life. Not top of the tier, but incredible battery life. It lasted me 1 day and a half, for sure. And I don't know what Apple did this year for the batteries, but I know they made it better. In terms of degradation, in terms of battery health, this phone, 9 months old or 8 months and a half, is still at 99, 100% of battery health. Let me just check it, but I think it's at 100%. So, yeah. Battery health. Yeah, here it is. This phone is at 99% of battery. Insane. Oh my god, it has like 228 cycles, 99%, 8 months and a half. Oh my god. So, yes, the battery life here, it's really, really good. And according to rumors, we are getting an even bigger battery on the Pro Max and Pro phones. So, yes, I think that the iPhone 16 Pro is getting a 5% bigger battery and the 16 Pro Max is getting a 4.5% bigger battery, which means we're almost getting like 5,000 milliamperes. I think that right now it will be around 4.6 thousand milliamperes on the 16 Pro Max, almost 5,000 milliamperes. So yes, with the A18 Pro chip, efficiency, bigger batteries, we should expect to get an even better battery life. Yes, very, very excited for that. Better battery life, better cameras, better display, and overall the same design, which was incredible on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. I cannot wait for the iPhone 16s. But should you? That's the big question. Should you wait for the iPhone 16s or buy the iPhone 15s right now, especially the Pro models? Well, that's a tough question, because if you do really need an iPhone right now, because your phone is destroyed, or it was stolen, or you really need an iPhone right now, then I cannot tell you to wait, because if you do need a phone right now, waiting will be worse than getting an iPhone 15. So, buy an iPhone 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max if you do really need it, if you cannot wait 1, 2, 3 months for a new iPhone. I don't know, there are some reasons for you not to wait. Maybe in September you won't have the money. Maybe in September you won't be ready. So if you are getting this iPhone right now, then try not to get it at full price. Try to get it discounted, maybe used, maybe refurbished. Try to get it cheaper, because if you do, you'll be more happier when the iPhone 16s launch. But if you decide to wait and get the iPhone 15 still, if you are waiting for September, you might even get even better deals. But if you do want to wait, then oh my god, you are in for a treat, because the iPhone 16s are going to be a big upgrade. Not as big as the iPhone 15s, I think, but a nice one. So, yes, let me know in the comments below what you think. Should you wait for the iPhone 16? Are you waiting? Or are you buying the iPhone 15 right now? Especially the 15 Pro and Pro Max. Let me know all of that in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel. This has been Tech Summer talking to you here. Bye-bye.